My name is Carson Timmerman, and today I will be teaching you guys a little bit about El Greco. El Greco was born in 1541 in Heracleon, Greece. He died in 1614 in Toledo, Spain, where he grew up and spent most of his life. Though he lived under the shadow of many great painters and didn't get much credit, he was inspired by Titan and many other Italian masters. His work consisted of painting, sculptures, and architecture, and he used oil paint medium for his paintings. In 1566, he was recorded in Candia as a master painter. He was profoundly influenced by the rich colors and the free handling of paint of Venetian painters as well as Italian painters. In Rome, El Greco resided at least for a while at the Farnese Palace, where he became acquainted with the Farnese librarian Fulvio Orsini, whose belief in the compatibility of art and scholarship seems to have profoundly influenced him. In 1572, El Greco was admitted to the Academy of St. Luke as a miniature painter, eventually evolving into paintings, sculptures, and architecture during the Spanish Renaissance. He also trained as an icon painter at the Cretan school. Greco was already considered a master by the age of 22 years old. El Greco started his artistic lifestyle when he was in his early teens, and his work was inspired by many great Italian artists. He eventually grew to the point where he could sell artwork and give lots of pieces to hospitals around his area. The painting I picked from El Greco is the view of Toledo, finished in 1599. It has a medium of oil paint, and it's described as one of the best-known depictions of the sky in Western art. The view of Toledo is one of the two surviving landscapes painted by El Greco, and the reason it's important to me is because it portrays the city he lived and worked in for most of his life. Line is being used in the formation of the buildings on the sides, top, all around. The colors are real ran down and kind of gloomy with lots of greens and blues with a mix of white and gray. The environment of his town sits atop a hill. There's lots of windy roads and lots of big buildings, almost as if it was a big city. The question I have is, I wonder why he made this guy so gloomy and negative. I kind of feel that way because I just have a feeling that he did this because in an article I read, he liked Vincent van Gogh's work and wanted a little darker nighttime look due to Van Gogh's Star Night painting, and I just feel like he wanted to bring this to life in his own hometown. Overall, I think the view of Toledo was very well described. El Greco's work is very successful in contrast to his hometown. He adds lots of detail, great imagery, and colors to help the painting have a little bit more spaz, as well as draws in and ties the connection to his hometown and where he grew up. El Greco was an all-around great guy, displaying wisdom from an early age with his artistic abilities and proving that he shouldn't have been overlooked with his beautiful work.